20 years behind a herd beneath the burning sun, sleeping by a campfire with a pair of 45s and an old scattergun. The prairie was my only home, the trail my only friend. Never knowing all that I loved had met a bitter end. An old man I came across in Abilene, I knew from my younger days, said, son, you've been gone too long. Your folks both passed some years ago, and your sister's dead and gone. Then he lowered down his voice like he feared the words he'd say. I seen her husband take the inheritance by a gun and bury truth away. I rode back to my hometown, found the old place standing still. I found him on my father's porch, drinking from my daddy's glass, wearing clothes bought with my family's money from the past. He smiled and said, your sister died, there ain't no mystery. But I saw fear behind his eyes when he looked at me. I rode straight to the courthouse where the territorial judge sat high. He looked upon this weary cowboy like a troublemaker passing by. You've been gone near on 20 years, what proof do you bring today? I said, my revolver on his desk, that's why you're coming with me. He called me mad, bitter, said grief had clouded my mind. I said, Judge, you're coming along to see what we find. I didn't ride these endless miles for money or for land. I came because my sister's blood still cries beneath the sand. If greed was what had brought me here, I'd have taken what was mine. I came to find the truth that someone buried out of sight. 20 years too late maybe, but justice still rides on. I drugged that man from off the porch with the whole town watching close behind. The husband cursed and swore I'd hang for kidnapping for the end of day. I pressed my steel close and said, not before you're died. The judge looked hard upon me and said, you've got no proof you do this, and you'd be a murderer, and that's a fact. I turned toward the husband, but let's see what he recalls. I shot the man in the leg and pressed the gun against his head, and told me he would take me to my sister, which agreed to do with dread. We rode beneath the cottonwoods while the husband led the way to a crooked cedar standing where the shadows learned to stay. The husband stopped cold in his tracks, his courage finally gone. For the place where he buried my sister was the place he left her alone. I threw a shovel at his feet, dig. The judge stepped forward, this has gone too far. I looked at him wild-eyed and said, Judge, I need you to see what we are. So the husband dug the earth that hid the secret he had made, until a piece of faded cloth appeared beside that hidden grave. Then came her silver necklace, then the truth cried from beneath the ground. The judge removed his hat as my sister was finally found. The husband fell there shaking, 20 years of stolen fortune stood there silent, his doubts turned to stone. For the first time in 2 decades, my sister wasn't alone. 20 years I rode the frontier beneath endless sky, only to come home and learn my family had died. But the dead were finally heard and every lie undone, when the truth came rising from the earth beneath the setting sun. No bullets took his life that night, no vengeance stained my hands. The guilty man confessed his sins before the law and land. They carried him away in chains as the stars began to glow. And for the first time in 20 years, I finally could let go. I laid her beside our parents where the wildflowers gently bloom, a family reunited beneath the quiet evening moon. The territorial judge stood beside me and quietly said, "You were never an outlaw, son." I looked upon the fresh turned earth and answered, "No, just a brother who came home." The judge gave a tired smile and shook his head. "But if you ever pull a gun on